Be the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
The race to be NPP flag bearer is still on. Now, this race, no, I am said, and son of a flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. As a one, we are rich in ideas. You have to have your credibility intact. As a man of integrity. Sena as a who have dance moves and so kasa. Apart from the ability to speak multiple languages, because we can in different parts of the country. As a who asasu kahu. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekopiem Oti region there, and Volta Region there, precope. I say north and northeast. One region, His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, in the creation of 6 more regions in Ghana, creating OT out of the Volta region. Inti Nankofo Bitasa, why the choice of OT region abroad? Honorable Kennedy Japan, ekopiem of Volta region. The question has been answered this weekend. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kopiem about the funeral grounds of the first ever Volta Regional Women's Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Honorable Grace Mensah. New Patriotic Party, Honorable Grace Mensah. Yase. Now, na women organizer in Mano. Boni chenkuo de asa echiano tu nyamenyom ahyene den na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say kire we the maintain na say in receive the blessings mesoma sorry de asa ehiomo na obehwe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the dance moves in a few seconds. You can see show quite some few images ekoso ewo OT region. Na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kopiem Kratch West and Dra Kratch Nchuruma and also no kopiem and then into ultimate a campaign course both day and night. Now one of the images catch your attention here. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not only rich in the pocket, he is rich in ideas. The entire delegates for the two Abamani say ni ideas na so obiaso within the New Patriotic Party. So mobile money interoperability and this will be a factory job. It is affecting those in that particular constituency. It cuts across the whole nation, every constituency, every district, every region, every area of Ghana. And until now, almost supported the rich ideas of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, I'll show images of how our friends of Bawumia are more related with him. Ultimately, say the campaign the delegates now, Bebrina, he has the numbers who pull the crowd with his campaign. Of course, we could share images of other candidates. Ultimately, almost more numbers, but not as compared to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni meetings with the delegates. Number 3 symbol na way. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dance moves at the funeral of the late Honorable Grace Mensah. If you are near miracles about your copy more joy, currency manipulation by Honorable Atto and the current finance minister, and John Dramani Mahama, the government.
Almost every political leader knows that a Greek is a potent force to change the destiny of this country. So why are we here?
Let me just, before I even come to that one, you want to smuggle me into a space that you've allowed others to go around first. So I heard Mr. President make a point about policy failure, and I started reading if there is a policy. I wanted to find where the policy is first. Because then I knew that if there is a policy, then I can interrogate and see whether it's failed. But then I realized there is no policy. But you see, this is the cost you pay when you artificially manipulate your currency. You see, economics, the way it works, you can't fake yourself around it. It will bite you at the bottom. And that's where we are.
Explain what you're...
He made the point, he explained it already, so that I can preserve my time well. That when people wake up one day, people who have gone to buy agric inputs at a certain cost, and they've put it in the ground, and they are waiting. They are only tendering the thing and waiting for it to get to harvest. Then just a few weeks to harvest, the currency, based on which they bought the inputs, drops by 30-something%. Then those who don't plant, they just go and buy that currency for free at that cheaper cost and go and bring additional rice. What's going to happen to the farmer? And we kept saying it, and we've been saying it, that we understand that the dollar thing is fanciful, it's beautiful, politically it's nice. But if you continue to treat it this way, several other real sectors of your economy will suffer.
This is not happening the first time.
No, I'm just saying.
As long as I have been host of this show, over a decade, it's an annual ritual.
Yeah, that's why we are here. That's why we voted all those people out, and there's a new one. So let's deal with them. All those people don't matter. They are not... We don't care about them. They are gone.
My point is that the currency manipulation you raise may not be the issue.
So that's why when you came, you told us that you won't do that. You give us a sustainable currency. If you're not giving it, we'll tell you. Because you are doing what the previous people did. Why are you here? You're wasting our time. Let me come back to my issue. So you see, exporters are suffering because of this same currency manipulation. Their buyers are stopping the purchase of Ghanaian export products. $1 to buy from us. They wake up one night, they need $3 to buy the same thing. I'm just saying, but the thing can move from 14.5 to 10 within 6 weeks. You know, so now they turn around and they go to Rwanda, they go to other places to go and buy. That is one end of it. And when the export is suffering, you know the implications. People are losing jobs. You are even going to mount more pressure on your currency and look for more money to manage it because you're not getting any coming in. This farmer situation is just one of the sectors who are silently dying as a result of the currency manipulation. There's no doubt about that. You can't work your way around it. And I keep asking myself, who are the real beneficiaries of this fanciful policy of pumping money to artificially keep our currency at a certain point? The business people, the rich people. Because something, go and take every single product from January till now and tell me how many of them have seen price reduction. For which reason we will say that, oh, you brought our currency from 14 to 10. As a result of that, the pen that I used to buy for 1 cedi is now 70 pesos. Hooray!
Prices have dropped.
Oh, please. That's what I'm saying. Give me how many. I was careful. You and I, you know you train me. So I was careful with the choice. I said, how many? If you go to the housing sector, the construction sector, you can pick only 2 items. All the rest are going up. You know why? Because you, Mr. President, you know that when you go and buy dollar at 11.5, which is actually what the banks are selling it on, not 10, 11.5, and you go and import from China, you would never use 11.5 to do your pricing. You use 13. You know why? Because you are not sure whether by the time you are done selling the items you brought to Ghana, the dollar will still be at 11.5 or will be at 13. Because we're here in this country. When dollar moved from 14.5 on January 7th, dramatically, to 10.4 within 3 months. Then within 5 weeks, it moved from 10.4 to another 13. So no businessman in Ghana is actually using the exchange rates that the Bank of Ghana is quoting to trade. In fact, Council, do you know what is happening? The businessmen and the rich people are the only beneficiaries of the exchange rate manipulation because it is not passed on to the consumers. They go and buy it cheap when it comes plenty like we are doing now. Then they go and import and they keep it at a certain rate. That for me is something that we cannot pretend to gloss over. We can continue, but every month, every quarter, another sector like we are seeing with the rice will come up. Now, how do we deal with this? My view is simple. My view is that when I look at the figures, as for the data from the government institutions, me, I'm with saying on it, it's all lies. Governments have no data. We don't have data. I'm telling you, we don't have accurate. And when I say no data, I mean accurate data.
Yeah.
We cannot even tell you in accuracy how many houses we even have in the country in the first place. In accuracy, I've been a DC before. I know what I'm talking about. We can't tell you in accuracy how many houses we have. In fact, when we even start doing the counting, by the time we are done, there'll be more development behind us. By the time we are coming to run the analytics.
Because it takes so long to
because of the systems and the processes, that is one. Now, they tell you that, Greg, when I read those things and you see World Bank will come and pick some data from us and they are saying metric tons. Which metric tons? Who is measuring what? Who is talking about? How are they getting that data?
I was prosecuting the address in my district. Nobody walked up to ask me who. I don't know at the time who even had any kind of infrastructure as I had done. In fact, my project was the only project before NPP Nanado one. When it came to the Volta Region, it was the only thing that the regional minister to come and show. We were a private funded thing. Government did not fund it. It was purely funded by me. Where you come? Who funds? You support the
government enabling environment.
Who funds? You didn't support it. But I'm just saying, nobody walked up to us to ask us what is our production level. For me to tell you that this is my outturn for the period, for the season, nothing. All through to date, nobody's come to ask.
So the fact is that we don't actually have the real data. But we can work with projections. That is also allowed. In the absence of anything, we can work with some.
What do you...
Honorable Deputy Whip. Mr. Speaker, I read it. A business statement is just a notice to you of what the agenda of the House is going to be. Mr. Speaker, so I don't think that there's no basis for raising an issue of constitutionality. There is no basis because, you see, there is a business committee. When the business committee meets, they are regulated by the provisions relating to committee work, which means that they have to adopt the outcome of their work. But when I come here as chairperson of that committee, I am not presenting a report that should be adopted by this House. I am making a statement outlining the agenda of this House for the subsequent week. That is the position. And Mr. Speaker, I invite you to look at Order 71-1 and what it actually means. I know all the time when the statement is made, members get up and then they raise issues that they think should be included, and then the leader would say, oh yeah, okay, we'll add that, and etc. That is in the nature of the supplementary statement. In the end, the speaker will usually say, oh, the statement is hereby adopted or put it to us, and that kind of thing. I'm saying that, strictly speaking, a statement is not a matter that should be adopted and accepted. It is a statement.
Honorable member concludes. Yes, Honorable Habib.
Mr. Speaker, when I raised my issue, the majority leader, I need your attention, who says that the order that I stated was wrong. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the standing orders, and on the front bench, this is my 5th year on the front bench, and I know my rules well. Read Order 101. Mr. Speaker, and I read A. Order 101A. Mr. Speaker said, a motion notice shall be given of a motion intended to be moved, except a motion number 1A, for the adoption of the report of the business committee. It's in the form of a motion. Yes, it's a motion that needs to be adopted. It's a motion that needs to be adopted. It is a motion that needs to be adopted. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, order.
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Habib.
Mr. Speaker. Mr.
Honorable
Speaker.
Deputy Whip.
Mr. Speaker, I read again.
Honorable Deputy
Notice-
Minority Whip. With all due respect, in adopting the business statement, do we put a question?
Mr. Speaker, I am drawing his attention that, Mr. Speaker, in Standing Order 101, Standing Order 101 reads that notice shall be given of a motion intended to be moved, except a motion A for the adoption of the report of the business committee. Mr. So, how do you adopt a report in the parliamentary procedure?
Well, you indicated.
It's a report to the House.
Honorable Habib,
to be adopted.
Honorable Habib, you have indicated you've been a member of parliament at the front bench for 5 years. So, with the 5 years experience, do we adopt a business statement by putting a question?
Yes.
Yes, Minority Leader, you want to help us whether a business statement is adopted by putting a question? Yes, Minority Leader, let me hear you.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, we Mr. Speaker.
Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker,
before you come in, permit me to acknowledge the presence of some students in our midst.
Very well.
We have a student from Regional Maritime University, led by Ochre Nana Kwesi Ba, head of the Students Representative Council. They are from Koa constituency, they numbered 40. We also have Kingdom Heirs Montessori, led by Joseph Ama. He is a facilitator. They are from Botiano, Englishi, Amanfro. They numbered 82. Honorable members, on your behalf, I welcome all of them to Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. May you have a fruitful visit to Parliament. Thank you very much for coming. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I am on my feet on two issues. First, Mr. Speaker, our side have a concern, and it's a concern that is very collective. We have noticed that in many instances, when we are contributing, you interject with a lot of questions. However, the majority leader and his colleagues on the front bench, as well as the majority members, are allowed to flow. Mr. Speaker, we would plead with you that as much as possible, much as you give them the unfettered opportunity to make their submissions, please allow us also, because many times you interject with rhetorical questions and sometimes we read sarcasm in it. Unfortunately, sometimes we do, because if a member makes a submission, Mr. Speaker, the member, when Mr. Speaker, for the first time, I will take issue with the majority leader. Sometimes when we are all arguing and he disagrees, he has a way he uses a language so offensive, but I have decided to always.
I thought you were addressing me.
I am not worried. I am never.
Minority Leader, I thought you were talking about.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I need to finish respectfully. He uses certain language. The matter you refer to, he came to say his argument at the dispatch box was to the effect that the business statement is a statement and not a report. He went further to say that for that matter, it doesn't need any numbers constitutionally provided to adopt it. And that's whatever we've been doing is wrong. The respected member for Tolon got up to remind him of Order 101A, which says that there are motions that require notice. And the business statement is one of the motions that no notice is required. And it has to be adopted. Let us pay attention to the language of our own regulation. It talks about adoption. How do we adopt reports in this house? How do we adopt reports in this house? Any report that is adopted must meet the threshold constitutionally provided. So he was on a firm grounds when he said that to adopt the business statement, we need a minimum of 138. He went further to say that at the time he was arguing, the majority had only 77 of their 189. That is a statement he's made on record. And even now, as we count, you are now 82. We are still counting you. Yes. Yes. So after your super majority, exists merely